Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to access the Scratch website. From there we'll have a look at the Scratch environment itself and have a look at what it looks like in the different parts. And then I am going to show you how to build a basic program. I will also show you how to save that program and where that file is saved to so that you can access it and send it to your teacher and show my homework. And I will also show you how to open your Scratch project from a file for maybe the next time you want to access your program. So firstly, we're in Google here. I'm just going to type in Scratch. And you can see we have the Scratch MIT Edu website. We're going to click on that and we're going to open the Scratch website. As you can see, quite a nice looking website, lots of featured projects and tutorials and stuff like that. You can join Scratch and set up an account where you can save all your work and various other bits and pieces in there. You can do that in your own time and you can do that yourself if you want to do that. Or alternatively, like we're going to do, we're just going to click create and it allows us just to go in and start to work on some Scratch. There's a wee tutorial thing here that opens, so you just close that and then we can look at the environment of Scratch itself. This is the Scratch environment we're going to be working with. First thing that we have is we have the tabs menu here. So we have tabs which correspond to different blocks and different things. Okay, the names of the tabs obviously motion, so if we want this wee cat to move, we're going to use the motion tab and the motion blocks. If we want to change how it looks or what it says, then we again are going to change the looks and so on. So the tabs are there. So each tab, as you see, has different blocks, and this is the block library that's associated with each tab. It's just one big list, so if you scroll down you'll see them all. The tabs actually just take you to the part of the list where those blocks are residing. So this is the blocks library. We also have the script library where we will build our program, and this is where we drag our blocks in to create our program. If we drag a block in that's an incorrect block or the wrong part, you can actually drag it back out and it will disappear. We also have our stage area where we have, at this minute, we have our sprite, our cat, and this is where we will see the results of our program. And down at the bottom here we have our sprite information, so this is where we can change the name of our sprite and so on. So I'm going to change the name of that sprite 1. A sprite is just an image within this. Sprite 1, I'm going to change that to cat. Okay, so that's us looked at the environment. There are other things that we can do. We can change this script area into full screen so we can see a bigger script area, if we a stage area, sorry, if we wanted to actually view our program in a little bit larger scale, and we can reduce that also. And these buttons are to do with the layout, so we can increase the script area or reduce it. So I like to normally keep it here. There's another couple of tabs here to do with costumes. That's to do with the look of this and sounds, okay, which we can manipulate. And we'll look at those tabs perhaps later. But to build a simple program just now, what I want you to think about is this cat being on a set of axis, okay? So the cat is on an x-axis which goes across the way, and a y-axis which goes up and down the way, and that's how we get this to move using x and y coordinates. So in order to get our cat to move, we need an event of some sort. So we're going to click on the event tab. Now an event is an action or something that takes place that executes code. So for example, when we press a button, this code is executed and makes the cat move. So I'm going to use this event when space bar is pressed. Now I'm going to change it from space, we're using the drop down menu, to right arrow. Okay, so that means when I press the right arrow key, my cat is going to move. So if I want to move, I'm going to use the motion tab and I can move it 10 steps, or alternatively I can change x by 10. Okay, so I'll do that. I'll change x by 10. Okay, so when I click on the right arrow, this block of code will be executed and the cat will move. So I'll just show you me clicking on the right arrow now. See the cat moving. Okay, now if I want to move the cat back the way, I want to move it 10 steps again, but I want to move it negatively. Okay, so we can see that our value in the x is 90 at the moment. So if I wanted to move it using the left arrow key to move it to the left, okay, I would change x by minus 10. You see that? Okay, so if I click out and I press my left key, you can see it moves, and you can see the value here, down here, moving also. Okay, so there's our first little program. We also want the cat to move up and down, so we're going to change the value of this y axis again. So again, the event would be the same. This time we're going to use the up arrow, and our motion, rather than change x by 10, we are going to change y by 10. So we want to change this value y. So again, if I click, and there we have it. Okay, now I'm going to show you a wee trick. If I've got code that I want to duplicate or repeat over and over, I can by right clicking and selecting the duplicate tag and then click, and it makes an exact copy. Now the code is the exact same, only I need to change the figure in here to minus 10. When I press the down arrow. And there we have it. So using the arrow keys, you can see that my cat can move. Now I want to save this, and it's dead easy to save a project. Is if I go to the file menu and click save to your computer, you can see here that the file is downloading, and it's downloading into your downloads. Now the way to access is if you click the wee arrow and show in folder, you can see Scratch project. Now you can actually right click and rename that. Okay, so you can call it exercise 1. We'll put spaces, it doesn't like spaces. Exercise 1, and that's your file saved. Now you can, that's the file that you can attach to your Show My Homework and send it back to your teacher so that they can open it in Scratch and look at your work and give you feedback and stuff like that. So make sure that we know that process. So that's the file. Okay. Now, if we were to just delete this altogether and we don't have our code anymore, pressing the buttons and it doesn't work, and we wanted to open a project to continue working on it later, and we've opened Scratch and it's blank like it is just now, we can go again to the file menu and load from your computer, and then we can click on our file that we want to access. Okay, and then we'll open, and as you can see, my code is back and I can continue to work on it. Alright, so you can work on multiple projects at the same time, and you can open them and work away at them and make your changes and resave them. Okay, it's important to remember once we open them and we start to work on them, we need to resave them again. Okay, I hope this helps with today's lesson. Remember, the most important part about saving and attaching for Show My Homework.